Last night, Donald Trump accepted the Republican nomination by making a defiant and dark campaign speech, painting his rival, Democrat Joe Biden, as a danger to America's safety. But as candidates reach the final stretch of the race, Biden still has a steady 10-point lead in the polls. Andy Rosejen spoke to voters in Wisconsin ahead of November's election.
If you're a big fan of Joe Biden or Donald Trump, it didn't matter at all. Presidential conventions were strangely quiet, stripped-down affairs. Here in Wisconsin, the reviews are in, and the people who run the Democratic Party give their convention 5 stars.
I thought it was great. Unless you're part of the convention, you don't see what goes on like during the daytime in all the caucus meetings and the briefings and that kind of stuff. That was all streamed live online, and people got to be a part of it.
And the people who run the Republican Party of Wisconsin give their convention a big thumbs up.
Oh, it's been very exciting. I know that we have some real challenges this year with the COVID situation, but the Republicans have done a really nice job of actually having some audience.
Wisconsin's not so easily convinced regular voters. The conventions didn't make them any more resolute about their favorite candidate, just more resigned. Take this voter who's reluctantly supporting Joe Biden.
Because I feel like they just tell you whatever you want to hear anyways. I don't really believe anything that either party is saying.
And this voter reluctantly supporting President Trump.
I don't like what the Democrats stand for. I don't like all this violence that they never bring up and act like everything's against Trump and Trump isn't doing his job. You know, the coronavirus wasn't because of him, it was because of China.
The TV ratings for the first night of the Democrats' convention were down 27% from the opening night 4 years ago. And new polling suggests Joe Biden did not get a big convention bounce in new support afterwards. For the Republicans, down 31% on their opening night from 4 years ago. Voters here in southeast Wisconsin are keenly aware of their outsized role in this year's election. Donald Trump's narrow victory here in Racine County in 2016 helped him carry the state, the first Republican presidential candidate to win this state since 1984. Right now, the polls in Wisconsin show Trump trailing by as much as 10 points, just as he was 4 years ago at this time.
Ask Hillary Clinton how that worked out for her.
We can't make the same mistake we did 4 years ago and just take it for granted. Can't take those polls for granted. We have to work until the very last minute to make sure we're getting across that finish line.
But how either candidate gets across that finish line with no help from the conventions or the coronavirus is anyone's guess. In Racine, Wisconsin, I'm Andy Rosejen for Euronews.